Hey guys, welcome to the channel. We're hitting back today and we are going to zero in on the lats and how we can improve our lat development. Back is a very strong area of mine and it grows easily. For that reason, I'm excited to share with you today's content. Like any workout, I always do a 10-minute warm-up on the treadmill just to get the blood warmed up and moving throughout the whole body. I always try to have a light sweat before I pick up any weights. I am using cable pullovers to warm up my lats. Pullovers put an excellent stretch on the lats, and it also involves a great range of motion. At this point, I'm not trying to move any kind of big weight. All that I'm trying to do here is to pump lots of blood into my lats and to get the muscles warmed up and firing. This does a couple of things. It prevents us from pulling a muscle, it primes the muscle for peak performance, and it also helps to establish a great connection with the muscle that we are about to annihilate. Remember that nothing matters if you don't feel the muscles burning. I don't care what muscle group it is. If you don't feel it, you need to start doing homework sets to build a better relationship with whatever muscle that is. That's why I take my warm-ups so serious and I'm always focused. My next exercise is a cable shrug with a neutral grip. The goal here is to push as much blood as I can into my upper back. I want my traps, rhomboids, and rear delts all warmed up ready to go. Even though I'm not going to target my lats right now, it's always a great idea to have blood moving everywhere. Upper back is all about the pinch. You want to allow the weight to pull your shoulder blades apart as much as possible, and then drive with the elbows and always focus on pinching the shoulder blades back together. Pinching your shoulder blades will allow your rhomboids to help and receive a proper squeeze. You also want to feel the burn in your rear delts. At the top of the motion, you want to feel your entire back locked in tight. Remember here that the goal is only to get warmed up. I did 3 sets of both of these exercises and maybe around 20 reps, maybe more, I don't know. The point is I did a lot of reps just to get heated up. That's it. We're not trying to move weight. You don't want to move any weight until you are properly warmed up and sweating. If your goal is to build muscle and you are moving weight before you are sweating, you are selling yourself short. Now we're moving into our first exercise, pull-ups. Pull-ups are highly underrated, okay? And this is for a few reasons, I suspect. A, people's ego gets in their way, and they would rather rock back and forth on the lat pull machine while using poor form. I'll come back to this. B, pull-ups are very hard, and most people don't have enough strength in their back to do multiple sets of 12 or more. C, I think that people don't understand the benefits that come with being efficient with pull-ups. It's absolutely huge. Good backs are very rare in the gym. Do your homework and stand out. Why you need to be doing pull-ups. A, you will hit your entire back no matter what grip you choose. B, you will build functional strength that will serve as a foundation for creating a great connection with all parts of your back. If you aren't strong enough to do 12 or more pull-ups for sets of 3, then use an assisted pull-up machine and give it hell, okay? Give it your very best every single week and develop the strength to do them with the full body weight eventually. Now, different grips are going to give you different results. Whenever I'm doing pull-ups, I prefer a neutral or supinated grip, because with those grips I feel that I'm able to get a better range of motion. I save the pronated grip for the cable pulls. This doesn't mean that you have to. The important thing is that you are trying new things and learning for yourself what feels good to you and why. No matter what grip you choose, you need to keep your chest up during your pull-ups. Only at the very bottom can you let the chest collapse. This is only for stretching the lats to the max, and I only do this towards the end of my very last set. The next movement is a modified dumbbell row. I call it modified because I have never seen anyone else do these ever besides myself. And this is potentially one of the very best movements I can think of for developing the lower lats. The lower lats is the hardest part of the back to develop. With this exercise, you won't be able to use crazy weights. That's because it doesn't allow you to use body English to gain any kind of mechanical advantage. It's all lats with no help. And the dumbbells move with a slight swing to it, so you must utilize the swing without stealing momentum from it. Focus on driving your elbows back and kind of taking the dumbbells more towards your hips. But I really suggest using lighter weight to learn the motion. Movements like this will be garbage if you don't execute it properly. Murder your ego at the door because it keeps too many people from having a great back. Like any lat exercise, you want to focus on keeping the weight on your shoulder blades. At the bottom, you want to feel the tension on the lat from the bottom of your armpit all the way to the lowest insertion point of your lat. And also, because this is a bent over row, it will also help in building thickness in the lower back that is so highly sought after. The next movement is the lat pull. Now, this is an exercise that can offer so much growth, but too many people are too obsessed with using their body weight to swing the weight around. You will notice that I'm using zero rock to move the weight. I'm trying to place as much tension on my shoulder blades as possible to ensure that all the acceleration is derived directly from my lats. Learning to flare out my shoulder blades was something that took me several weeks to learn, back whenever I was a teenager. Luckily, I was able to learn this from my friend Tyler many years ago. Learning to put the weight directly on the shoulder blades allows the lats to truly stretch. This is the absolute holy grail of lat development, okay? You see this at the top of the motion. I'm allowing the weight to pull my lats out to the fullest stretch possible. In terms of building muscle mass, this is absolutely superior to that of those fools that you see rocking the weight up and down. That doesn't make sense. Don't do that. There are a few ways to do pull downs. In the simplest form, we can break the motions down into two categories: upper back pull downs and pull downs for the lats. When doing pull downs for the lats, you want to keep your torso more upright and you want to pull the bar to your sternum. And remember to always keep your chest high and drive with the elbows. So if you remember earlier whenever I was talking about the pull-ups, I said at the bottom, sometimes you can let that chest cave in to get a good stretch. Now that's what you're going to see me doing, like right here. You see it. I'm letting that chest cave in just so I can take a short break because I'm tired. It's my last set and this is really hard, but I'm also getting a really good stretch on the lats. The last compound motion that I'm going to be doing is the cable row. This time I'm using a rather wide neutral grip. And by the way, all the grips and bars are all useful. There's a time and place for every single one of them. I support diversity and learning as many angles as you can. Back is unlike any other body part because there are so many unique ways to train it. But today, I'm using this bar because I wanted to make an example of that diversity. Using this wide neutral grip allows me to put tons of tension on the lower part of my lat. Also, notice how I am pulling it to my pelvic area. I want my elbow path to take the bar just above my knees. That is going to put the most leverage on my lats. You will see me lean forward to get the stretch, but I do not steal the momentum to get the weight back. You can perform this motion without going forward, and it will give you more time under tension, which I will do sometimes, but more often than not, I prefer to get the stretch. And I'm going to go back to feeling it one more time. If you don't feel a burn in your lats, then you need to stop and assess the situation. Most likely, you need to lower the weight and learn how to perform the motion in a way that ignites a burning sensation in the area that you are trying to develop thickness in. I don't care what the research says. If your muscles aren't burning, then it's not working. Leave your ego somewhere else and take the time to build a connection with lighter weight. This goes for any body part. This motion is absolutely superb for building thickness throughout the lat. You want to drive the elbows back as far as they can possibly go and squeeze them as hard as you can. Once again, remember to always keep your chest high and elevated. This is a universal position for nearly any exercise. Something that you will see me do quite often is to end a lift with the exact same movement that I started with. I want to put a great stretch on the muscle before I get done and put it through a movement with maximum range of motion. A pullover machine is also a very good option, and I prefer to use both. But since pullover machines are kind of rare, I decided to put the cable pullover in this video. And the last thing that I want to leave you with is a word on effort. There are many guys that only come to life on chest day. You want to learn to be equally enthusiastic about back day as well. You also want to work as hard as you possibly can. Go in the gym and let everything break loose. We can't expect fantastic results without putting in an amazing deal of love, dedication, and effort. This goes for any aspect in life when we want to achieve something. Be serious. Don't worry about checking your social media. Set goals, get focused, and win. Let your heart pour emotion into what you're doing. If you do this, then I promise you will find results. That's going to wrap it up for today, everybody. I love each and every one of you. I want you to have a great day. See you next time.